Then vitamin D, of course, this is what Covance got, and this is what UBE Lab's got per teaspoon. And again, that's right in line with the range that Dave Wetzel is getting, between 1,500 and 5,500. What's interesting to me is that the Rosita and the Green Pasture are about the same in vitamin D. I think you could say that Green Pasture is high vitamin in vitamin A, but both Rosita and Green Pasture are high vitamin for D.
Okay, wait a minute. What did she just say? She said, Sally Fallon just said that the vitamin D for Rosita and for the Green Pasture fermented cod liver oil are about the same, that they're both high in vitamin D. And that's not true. Now, first of all, if you go back and look at that, she's using the numbers from UBE Labs. But if we look at this PowerPoint that she used, which is on the Weston Price website, you can find it, called the Fat Soluble Activators, the lab that they agreed to use, the lab results, they used Covance and they used UBE. They agreed that UBE was more controversial because of high results obtained in 2009. And so they agreed, general agreement, to use Covance results. But she's not using that in this video. She's talking about UBE. So you can understand how controversial those results were from 2009. UBE Lab found that fish roe contained 17,000 IU of vitamin D per tablespoon back in 2009. This has been, it's still on the Weston Price website. They still claim this. The USDA claims about 60 IU vitamin D for fish roe. So this number is just obscenely high. It's about 250 times what the USDA and everybody else on the planet says about fish roe. And yet, you know, you see this on the Healthy Home Economist and other websites, 17,000 IU of vitamin D, and they can't substantiate this. This is from the UBE Labs, and it's been completely thrown away, but they don't take the information down. So that's why I say for her to use UBE Labs is ridiculous. Let's look at Covance instead. That Rosita extra virgin cod liver oil has 3960 vitamin D per 100 grams, and Green Pasture fermented cod liver oil has 1,180. Now if we do the math, and I won't walk you through all this, but you can pause this part of the video and do it yourself. We have per teaspoon for fermented cod liver oil is 59 IU per teaspoon, and Rosita has 198. That means Rosita has 3 times more vitamin D. So it's hard to say that they're the same and that they're both high vitamin. In fact, according to the Weston Price Foundation guidelines for cod liver oil, vitamin A and D ratio should be 10:1 or lower. Green Pasture's fermented cod liver oil does not meet the Weston Price Foundation guidelines for cod liver oil, but Rosita extra virgin cod liver oil does.